Welcome to the show, guys. Let's do a little over the air frequency tuning. Welcome to the show, guys. It has been quite some time since I've been able to do an episode for you guys. Had some technical difficulties with computer hardware and other things like that. So hopefully we'll get things back on schedule here soon. So tonight's late night episode is called the One Source Frequency, which is basically another extension of the God episode. So the one source frequency. What is the one source frequency? Well, the one source frequency kind of says it all. It is the one source of all frequencies. It is benevolent, compassionate energy, which could also be described as love light. So in the center of all creation is a light, which is love light, and the frequency of all creation Because everything broken down to its most simplest form is a frequency. And the frequency that is the creation of all things is from the one source. It's compassionate love frequency. The most highest vibrating creative force that you could ever think of. This is God. This is what people are trying to figure out about what God is. God is the one source frequency, not a person, a place, or a thing. It is everything. Everything you see is an expression of this one source frequency. Everything in existence is this one source and is the direct expression of that one source. Excuse me. So, if you could go out in nature and just be and see the things of the beauty that nature unfolds in front of you, or maybe you like beaches and you think it's the most beautiful thing. Think about the most beautiful earthly scene that you could think of and what the beauty makes you feel like, makes you feel to see beautiful landscapes and to see beautiful things through your eyes makes you feel a certain way. It makes you smile, maybe cry, or feel emotional. And that is an increase with your connection to that creation frequency. And you feel those certain ways because you are the universe experiencing itself. So God, or the one source frequency, is what's looking through your eyes. The frequency, the God, the Almighty, the one where so many books, so many philosophies, so many ideas of what is this one source, this all-knowing person, place, or thing, as the old paradigm has tried to display it. The thing that most people have been manipulated in thinking they had to go outside of themselves or through a priest or a preacher or a yogi or anything, any type of third party connection to the all-powerful creative force of everything. And it was all inside of you. And it was what has been looking through your eyeballs the entire time. And realizing and knowing this is what will set you free from the old paradigm of existence where you are a victim of a man in the sky or a man with horns is all just a fairy tale twisted to manipulate and control you mentally and spiritually and physically. And now we have begun the new age, where a new time has come, where the shift is happening, the awakening, whatever kind of term you want to label it. Basically, we are in a unique point where there's all types of new energies galactically, and so as we move through these new energies, we're shedding the old, and in doing so there's a lot of old belief systems that people need to shake off, old habits, old ideas that were programmed in you for not knowing or being less connected to your inner light. Because the center of creation is that light, which you are a duplication and an expression of that light, which is a frequency in its most basic form, and it is the one frequency that resides in everything you betray in this hologram that we call the game of life. And the only reason why a game would suffice is because it's not real. It's an illusion, or not an illusion. It is a hologram of frequencies vibrating at different rates. Everyone emits a frequency. You are a receiver and a sender of a frequency, and the frequency that you send out affects everything. And that frequency is so very basic all the way down to a thought. And so your thought alone is the most basic, or not the most basic. Your thought alone is emitting a frequency. So therefore you have to be the spam blocker per se and control the thoughts that come in, especially the thoughts that stay in your mind, and realize that they are a frequency that you are maintaining inside of you and emitting. And just that most simple thing, which is a thought, affects this hologram that you see. And then you add words, spells, adds momentum to that energy, and your actions do the same. And all of those control everything in this game or a hologram, which you are the creator of. And we're here co-creating as direct expressions of the one creator, the all, as you could say. The all is the all and always will be the all. They always has been and always will be, or therefore it wouldn't be the all. The one source frequency is and always will be the one source frequency. Everything is the one source frequency. Nothing cannot be the one source frequency. Therefore, it would not be the one source frequency. You can't be separate from the one source. You are a duplication and expression of that one source frequency. Duality is an illusion of the hologram. Your intuition, your communication inside of you, that gut feeling, that channel, that higher self, is just the one source. It's just the one source. So once you quit playing this game that we call life, once this tuning as an expression of that one source frequency to this reality, once that tuning has changed and has ended, you will be fully with the one source, no matter what your experience was here in this hologram. There's nothing you can do in this hologram that is going to change the fact that you are that one source frequency. You are the creator. You are the creator. You are the expression of the one source. You are the all. You are God. This is what all the quote-unquote enlightened ones from the past, this is what our ancestors was trying to show and tell you. that you hold all the power, because you are always an expression of the Great Spirit, the Prime Creator, God, the One Source. And there's nothing that you can do to make that change. You don't need a book, a Bible. You don't need a church. You don't need a meditation group. You don't need a yogi. You don't need a master. You don't need a sensei. You don't need a rabbi. You don't need a channel. You don't need runes, cards, crystal balls. You don't need anything to communicate with that one source, because it's all inside of you, and there's nothing that anyone can do to help you find that, because that is your personal journey to realize that you are that expression of the one source, and to develop a relationship with that one source. And then when you gather together with other people and talk about what life is, then you are bringing in a higher presence of that one source by your fellowship. When people gather to practice Gnosticism, practice the art of knowledge, fellowshipping together with open minds and hearts to what is, you are the most fully expressing that one source by talking and wanting to commune and wanting to know, wanting to learn, and wanting to feel that one source, to feel spirit, to feel God, is all that is required for that to happen. You need no outside source, just the inside one source that you're completely surrounded by, you're completely immersed in, and you're the complete expression of that one source frequency. So the magic of being this one source frequency is all kinds of great things. Being creators of this masterpiece of a game that we call life. You have the power to create all the good things you ever wanted in your life. You have the power to heal yourself. You have the power to live longer. You have everything that you would consider magical all within you, because you are God. You are masters. You are all masters. Even though you can't remember at this point in time. But the more you want to know, the more you want to remember, the more you journey and seek that inner light, that inner one source frequency, the more and more that will be revealed to you on your magical journey here in the game of life. It's what all the ancients have been trying to show you and tell you. Same things that Jesus and Buddha, all of these were trying to pass on this same message. And they've been manipulated for a ranking system per se. A man at the top who is the most blessed, the most powerful, like the Pope. What a dope. Or a pastor or a priest or a rabbi. They can't get you, no one can get you a better connection. No one can get you answers for you. All of that resides within. And there's no such thing as sin. You are God. Is God a sinner? Sin is a duality perception of the game. Sins was just a mental chains to control you with certain belief systems. To be born a sinner, the most precious thing is a newborn baby. It is the most connected. You are the most connected with the Creator, with that one source. That one source frequency resides in you the strongest within the first year of birth. It radiates from newborns. That's why people love to be around a newborn. It's got all kinds of exciting feelings because of the frequency it emits. The light inside of newborns is always so strong. And to say that a baby or a newborn is a sinner because it incarnated here in the flesh, this is a bunch of nonsense. It's mental shackles, spiritual shackles on the mind and the heart. You can feel that one source. You can feel God the most when you are the most compassionate. If you have kids, you can think about your kids and how you love your kids or your parents or whoever in your life that you have love or compassion for. When you dwell on that love, you will feel the frequency inside of you. You will feel that presence. You will feel that expression become stronger. Because we all are the expressions of that frequency. But tuning in and remembering strengthens that connection to that frequency. And so the lack of knowing, the old paradigm of mental slavery, the old energies are being shedded away. They're changing. Everything is constantly changing. Even what you would think may be bad is for the greater good. Truth is light, so things that come out which were unknown is a light shining. It's how the light shines on the darkness. And so, as everything shifts in the connection with your inner light, the connection to that one source becomes stronger, because the earth is emitting the frequency stronger. Individuals are emitting it stronger. It's stronger everywhere. And the galactic energies, inner energies, is the time that has been prophesied. The second coming of Christ consciousness. The beginning of the golden age, as the Mayans said. It is a time where everyone will become more knowledgeable of their inner light. Becoming more knowledgeable of their expression status. More knowledgeable that you are God. You are the grand expression of the most loving, greatest thing you could ever begin to wrap our human minds around. And that energy, that source, has created all of these beautiful, diverse expressions of itself through beautiful flowers and trees and beautiful of all different colors and shapes and sizes. and as it has also expressed itself through all types of different shapes, sizes, colors of insects and animals, and different vibrations of light frequencies of the rainbow, to add even more beauty to all these beautiful expressions. And then it expressed itself as humans, walking divine presences of the direct expression of that one source. So many shapes, colors, and sizes, diversity, as much as you can see here on this rock. All the beauty of all creation is right here, because heaven is right here. All the immaculate expressions of this one source. It's an ocean that you're swimming through of divine expression. So you always have something to be grateful for. You could be grateful that you're able to be an expression so divine. So try and exercise one day as you're driving your car, or as you wake up in the morning, or on your way to work, when you see your family. Just look and think that the Father, the one source, the Creator, is looking through your eyes. The driver behind the car is that one source. The watcher. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing that no one can take from you or manipulate you from. That inner truth, that inner knowing, is divine freedom. I know I really missed doing some episodes. Got a couple that I've had on my mind. Just had a bunch of different technical difficulties and was able to scrounge and round up and so here we are talking about the one source frequency to break the ice on the unintentional hiatus. Got a nice new backdrop here. So like my most favorite expression, looking for God, is like a fish looking for water. You can't not see it, except it's a little more deeper than that. Looking for God, or the one source frequency, is impossible to not see and impossible to not be. You can't be separated from this one source. Can't be separate from God. You are that direct expression of the one source frequency. I don't particularly like the term God. People say God, they usually think like a man in a cloud, or a person, or usually they go way off base as soon as you use the word God. So I like to use prime creator or source, but one source frequency, the one source frequency. I really like that. It covers all the bases. Everything is this one source, this divine plasma immersion of all frequencies, which is the one frequency. Well, I will be back with you guys very soon on another episode. I really enjoyed being here tonight to bring to you the one source frequency message. You can go back and check out the episode called God. I don't remember what number it is. And this is almost a part 2. This is a little more advanced version. But this is a good episode to see or listen to out of order. Simple, straight to the point, and very profound knowledge that has been kept secret for thousands of years. These teachings is what have been forced underground in history, and the belief systems that people are programmed with these days were forced upon them in the past with force. And so this type of message went into the shadows, and they created secret societies to try and get the message along. But in the dawn of the new age of Aquarius, the dawn of the golden age, well into the shift in consciousness that is going on globally. The knowledge is getting out more rapidly, and people are becoming more in tune with their inner light, and are understanding that they are a direct expression of the one source. And as you liberate your mind and your body and your soul with these beautiful knowledge, you are able to set yourself free and to express that one source frequency to the highest degree of your being, because you are not a human having a spiritual experience. You are spirit, or a spiritual being, or a light being. You are that one source having a human experience. Well, thank you guys for joining me tonight, and I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully we'll get these technical difficulties worked out a little better for some future episodes. I will try and be back with you guys Tuesday for the next episode. Thanks for listening, guys.